Another episode of LTA Global. I'm your host, CuZo Smif.
And this is Brother.
I did just call myself a hoe. It's okay. That's anyway. Man, I tell you what. How you been, bro?
Oh man, I've been good. Sorry, I'm just still laughing over you calling yourself a hoe.
I am your hoe.
Nobody call him for that, please. Anyways, so I've been doing pretty good. It's been a crazy little bit in the world, but I mean, like, I'm sitting in my house doing my thing. How about you?
Dog, like, part of me feel like it's a struggle to be sane, if that makes sense. It's a struggle to be sane, bro.
I can understand that.
For instance, it's like, okay, anybody could like literally prepare you word for word on how adulthood would work. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, go down this path, do this exactly, you got it, right? A person could tell you that.
A manual of like, here are the events in your life that are going to happen, and here's how you deal with them.
And shit will still go fucking, wild. Just like, exams at the end of the year. You feel what I'm saying? You've been studying shit. You've been doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And then that final test, that shit has nothing to do with what you studied.
Yep. It's like, oh, you didn't read the book outside of what I told you to read specifically.
Bro, it just doesn't work.
If you're an educator and you do that, that's not being tricky to see if they've really digested the material. That's just being an asshole. Please don't do it.
Yeah, man. Teachers are going through enough as it is. But let me tell you something. Another thing that might kill teachers and others, you know what I'm saying, people who work, these vaccine mandates. It's getting a little weird. It's getting a little freaky.
Talk to me about it.
You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing a lot of crazy things about these shots. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we already understand about the blood clots that are happening, but it's other shit that's happening. Why are people dying from a shot that's supposed to be saving you, huh?
Well, to counter that, I would say, first of all, the vaccine is probably, I would say, the largest sample size for anything medical ever. Think about individual cases. Even think about how many people take aspirin versus how many people have been vaccinated already. Or how many people have gotten sick already. Mm-hmm. We haven't had to deal with that in the modern age. We haven't had to deal with that crossing over continents as much. Mm-hmm. At least not for a while. People will have side effects. There will always be side effects. To think that there's not side effects to pretty much any medicine is thinking of it as a good and bad thing. But you think of it as, here are the effects of this drug. Or this, we'll say in this case, this vaccine. With a sample size so large, and how the modern age is now with, it's like wolves on a carcass. If something bad happens immediately, 10, 12, 20, 100 news networks are already posting about it within minutes. Mm-hmm. It's not even the days of having to run back to your office to finish something. They're expected to live tweet about every single incident that's going on now. So, if you hear about somebody dying, mm-hmm. Yes, within a sample size of, however many people are vaccinated in the world now, people may have super adverse side effects. But when you think of it as a percentage compared to the people that have had no side effects whatsoever, mm-hmm. There may be long-term ones that we don't know about, but the actual vehicle that the vaccine is in is the exact same stuff that we've been using for every other vaccination, to my knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah. It's something that I understand why some people would be skeptical, but if you actually look at what is in the vaccine, it's no different than what we've been using. It's new technology because we're having to deal with a new problem and more changes.
Right, but do you feel like
But
it's an experiment since there's not much study on it?
no, I feel that people got way out of hand with on the emergency release for it, but it's also because we were spreading plague across the earth and we had no way to stop it.
Okay.
Pfizer has been FDA approved now.
Mm-hmm.
So
What does it mean? Because I'm not as educated as as others on this. So what exactly does it mean to be FDA approved? Like what kind of stamp is that really?
let's find out right now.
Because stuff like that really matters. Because you know what I mean. Just people who putting stamps on shit. I guess they
it
mean
is a
something
government
serious.
entity. It's not.
Shit.
It's not just somebody. It's not like somebody putting their Joe's badge of approval or something.
Because dude, you gotta understand. I don't just pick up any state. It had to be USDA approved. You feel what I'm saying? It had to have that stamp on it.
Well, it legally has to.
Right.
I believe.
But I'm saying like with it being visual and I can see it, I'm picking it up.
Let's see. Check. I can kind of snip this up. Give me 1 sec. I just want to see.
Bro, but I don't know. The thing is, the reason why I brought this up was because I seen Fox 13, they were just posting shit about how vaccines are being mandated. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much deadline is September 30th. You have to get the vaccine, or you have to wear the mask, of course. That's common sense. But you also have to get weekly tests. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you have to report to work with that. How do you feel about that? As far as you have to show that you've gotten tested and everything like that on a weekly basis.
Ethically, as far as a government body, as far as a government as a whole, on a federal level, forcing people to get vaccinated, ethically, I stand in the middle of people have a right to what they do with their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, when did... I'm trying to think of, the month. What was the month that COVID hit?
I want to say,
March?
For here? When did we shut down? Because
when did we start? Yeah, I guess when did it start hitting the U.S.?
Yeah, I want to say it was probably March 2020. Yeah.
Okay, so since March,
Mm-hmm.
and once again, we're going on knowledge that the majority of people agree is accurate. In the U.S. alone, 42,000 people have died in a year.
Okay.
So you can compare that to something like, let's say, heart disease.
Heart disease ain't come out of nowhere like this shit did.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Wow, that's actually very shocking.
What's that?
It is less common to die in 1 year compared to heart disease, which is the leading killer in the U.S. So,
is that from the day you're diagnosed?
Do what?
Is that counting from the day you're diagnosed, it takes a year for you to die? Is that what you're saying?
They probably did it post-mortem, or cause of death, something like that.
Okay.
But with this, I personally am fine with it, but I also am having an innate trust in what to my knowledge is good science
Mm-hmm.
that has cranked out something really crazy in a very quick second. And people can question that, but also we don't have a solution if people just reject it and keep getting sick and keep spreading it. vaccinated people can get sick. That is very true. But it doesn't last as long, and it's not as severe.
Okay.
So we're going to run into issues of eventually resource. If this keeps spreading, we don't have enough hospitals.
Right.
We don't have enough morgues.
Right. But either way it goes, people should, wear their masks, stay safe out there. It is coming back. It is getting dangerous.
Yeah, we're on round 2, guys, and it's your personal decision if you have gotten vaccinated or not. I think that we've kind of discussed both sides pretty well. But
yeah,
that is also going to be a topic for probably many months from now.
Oh yeah.
We can talk about our monthly COVID news. COVID monthly.
COVID.
That's
COVID,
a new segment. Okay, we're starting the segment here. COVID monthly.
Oh boy. But nah, man, speaking of people dying this month, and it ain't just from COVID. Apparently people are also dying from this stupid milk cart challenge. Apparently it has taken over the world. I've seen this thing outside of America too. That's how crazy this thing has gotten.
I had no clue about it until you told me about it. And I looked at it, and I have officially decided that humanity is doomed. It's funny watching people fall, but the challenges just keep getting more and more creative. We'll see what happens in 2030 if we're alive.
Yeah. Let's see what challenge is next. You know what? I thought we were gonna die, right? I think people were standing in the tub and they were putting oil on their body and lit themselves on fire. I don't know if you've seen that shit. But it was a time, I think it was around like Vine age, you know what I'm saying? And like people were just dousing themselves in just lighter fluid and then just light that shit. Bro, I'm telling you, it was a crazy thing. I thought people were gonna die then.
There was apparently a challenge that people put condoms over their head. Yeah, so think about putting a tight latex balloon over your head. I wonder what could happen.
I'm pretty sure a couple people suffocated. I'm pretty sure. Man.
So here's an interesting segue on this. How much do you feel that either the content owners or companies that host something are responsible for people dying by somehow suspending their common sense and doing stupid things they've seen on the internet and dying?
Nah. Like when you choose to do the damn challenge, that is a self choice. Motherfuckers always talk about peer pressure. No, fuck that. If your life is on the line, you know you could die. Say no. Say no. It's common sense.
Yep.
Fucking common sense.
A very scarce resource in this day and age, if I do say so myself, so.
But like, what challenge would be next? You know what I mean? That's a serious question.
Van Gogh challenge. Cut your ear off. It's great. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Listeners, please don't do that.
Come on, bro. I was this close to just believing you that it's a Van Gogh challenge.
You could probably CG that and put it on TikTok, and I'd give it like 72 hours before somebody did it.
Bro, speaking of TikTok has, no filter. It has absolutely no filter. TikTok has become one of those things where it's like, how we used to be like, comedy is certain things you can say and certain things you can't say. People on TikTok don't give a fuck about any of that. So, I tell you what.
So, here's a good one. How do you stop the spread of misinformation in the digital age where people have their own, digital rights to say whatever they want to say?
Whoa. I wasn't ready for that question.
Oh, that's a whammy, right?
I wasn't ready for that question.
No. Let's keep going with this. Give it a second to ponder about, because it's something that I've kind of struggled to figure out where I stand.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Because misinformation is a very big problem and like we've seen in multiple instances where misinformation and manipulation of not only social media but like information sources as a whole has been used for political theater.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah,
dude, I just think that as fast as social media is, I think that's what gets out. I don't think there's nothing you can like actually do to stop a message from spreading. Whether
was
it's
social
true or
media
false.
the Pandora's box for the end of humanity?
It definitely could be. I tell you what, I think TikTok is our doom. TikTok is definitely, because like you gotta think about it. Remember last week? I mean not last week, but last episode we were talking about short attention spans and stuff like that. People
Right.
it's already enough idiots as it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shortening our attention spans and the way we communicate and stuff like that. Matter of fact, even I'm not necessarily a big fan of dating apps either. Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
communication and all of that, or feeling the way that you want to feel about things is completely out the window due to social media and apps.
So, yep. And I actually just watched something the other day that was talking about a live streaming agency and how they basically made each one of their characters an archetype and would like change them based on customer trends. And then these guys that were like, one guy had spent $75,000 in donations.
Mm-hmm.
He got like a jar of hot sauce, and he kept the jar and box afterwards.
Okay.
It's sad. We're becoming an episode of Black Mirror, and
Oh wait, is that
I don't have
Netflix
my
shit?
I don't have my flying cars yet,
Uh-huh.
so I'm a little upset.
Nah, Elon Musk got you, bro. I'm telling you.
Not yet.
The
No,
way
you
that
don't have
the way
flying
this
cars
fucker
for
thinks,
me
bro, like the way he thinks is phenomenal. It's very phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that we think about, he's actually doing. You know what I'm saying? I thought you had to go to school for mad years to become an astronaut to fly your ass to space. You know what I'm saying? Who's going so far? The Virgin Mobile motherfucker and Joe Bezos.
Bezos.
He's next.
Hey,
Musk is next.
Oh yeah.
And he's definitely gonna go a lot higher. He's definitely gonna go a lot higher.
So, if you could take a trip to Mars, and you were told you wouldn't do it,
No.
you wouldn't do it.
No, hell no.
First black man on Mars.
Fuck it.
No.
No. Look, bro, I have enough problems down here. They'll fuck around and leave me up there. They'll fuck around and leave me up there. I'll talk so much shit, but you could bring my mama with me? Stuff like that. Like, you gotta think about it, bro. Man, it'll be tough for me to literally sit there and look at Earth and be leaving it. That'll be,
Yo, is my Wi-Fi hitting Mars?
I don't know.
No, that would be cool though, wouldn't it? It's like, hey, if you went to Mars and you still had access to the internet and at least some form of like making sure that you didn't die within like, let's say 5 or 10 years, unless you all have a civil war or something. I don't know,
Bro.
That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, like low key, I literally feel like if shit, say we have a what if, okay? Say like Marvel fucked with us and we had a what if, right?
Yeah, let me hear it.
I can see African Americans, right, having this big ass issue with Africa. Right? Just hear me out. And
Let me hear
it just be this big ass problem, you feel me, amongst ourselves, where it's like, okay, motherfuckers kicked us out of America, or, some shit like that. And then we trying to get back home, you know what I'm saying, and be amongst our people, whatever the case. And shit just pop off, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit get wild, it's always war, some shit like that. Motherfuckers is always getting shanked, something.
Yeah, like, I think that in that what if scenario, yeah, there would be bad time. Like, most of Africa's already having some kind of civil war.
We'll get our ass whooped.
Fighting all over the place. And then you bring in you bring in a bunch of people from another country that are used to one standard of things, and also like going, hey, no, I'm back.
Bro, you got fucking cannibals in Africa. You have tribes in Africa who will fuck us up and eat us.
Dude,
Bro, like that's why I said I remember hearing like comedians joke about that shit. You know how Africans, don't fuck with African Americans, right? And I was just thinking, I was like, what if Africans, fuck around and get mad about shit like that, and then they come over here and be like, yo, what's up? They gonna spare all our ass. They gonna fuck us up. We not prepared for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to load a gun. Now he over there with a fucking poison bullet. I mean, with a poison dart. It's a wrap. That's what I'm saying. It's like we gotta be smart about the things that we're doing. Like, as black people, we have to realize, bro. Like, we can't just be going amongst ourselves like that. You feel me? Even whether it be Jamaica, Haiti, or anything like that. Matter of fact, I just want to say pray for Haiti. Let's go ahead and get that. Haiti's been going through a lot of shit. I'm talking about from the president's assassination to the earthquake, and you said there was a tropical storm that hit them, right?
Yeah, there was a tropical storm that hit them like 4 days after the earthquake.
Oh.
And it's like in Haiti, any storm is rough to begin with. Doesn't really have much barrier.
And it's already poverty as it is. It's already poverty as it is. So I'm pretty sure it then got worse a little bit after this. Not even a little bit, a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how Haiti's gonna rebuild. It seems like every time that people finally start getting things back up, it just gets broken again. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We're also praying for Afghanistan. This Afghan stuff, this Afghan shit done got wild. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, there were actually, as of today, there were 2 suicide bombers that ended up charging in and killing 13 U.S. troops and 60 Afghans.
Why they keep fucking with us?
And wounded more than 155 others.
Why? But like that's the key. That's the
not
key
true.
question.
Service.
That's the key question.
And women.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I mean,
you have to make it make sense. You have to make
I
this
just
shit make
don't.
sense.
Biden said, "We will not forgive. We will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay." Maybe.
Dude, I feel why I don't. Okay, at first, I'm gonna say this, but I feel like it's probably going. Do you feel like Biden is being passive aggressive, or do you really think he's gonna do some shit?
We don't know. I can't predict it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy's been in politics for a long time. He has enough support with a majority in one of the major places to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of ever since we've been in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wondered how we're going to get out, because it happened. I mean, the exact same thing happened in Syria. We pulled out of Syria, and there's a power vacuum, and people take over. And it's, spoilers, it's not the fucking people we wanted to.
Right. But that's the thing. Do you think that America was only there to, build Afghan soldiers into, a better base? Or what do you think? Like, what do you...
I think that there's always more money that can be spent. But to try to think that you're going to take a culture, that are very, like a nation that's used to one very particular thing, and just throw the same archetype that you've thrown at other countries in the past, and be like, here's what you're going to do now, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't fix it. And also, I even question, like, after we got Bin Laden, it's like, why were we still there?
Yeah.
You know? Like, why were we building years of animosity towards us? Because people can have bases in their country, and they may not be happy about it, but nobody likes being in an occupied country with somebody else all up in your shit.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, either way it go, I just felt like the president of Afghanistan, he shouldn't have fled. You know, he shouldn't have left.
He would have died.
He would have died. I get that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, would you rather be a coward, or would you rather be like, okay, this motherfucker stood for his country?
Which one's alive?
I'm just saying, he eventually gonna get killed.
He will, but
I mean, knock on wood. My bad. I did not mean to say that.
Day?
Hey, look, just to say,
No,
LTA do not wish death on people. I'm gonna just say that.
No death wishes.
We just saying realistically.
That man lived to see another day and potentially help to, restore peace to his country again. We don't know. I feel like that has been 2020 was just like a burnt out mark on the calendar. Nobody knows what the fuck happened there.
Whole time he was fucking planning.
Do what?
Whole time Taliban was probably fucking planning.
Who knows? But 2021 has just been like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out, because shit just keeps getting weirder and weirder, and I'm just like, okay, just deal with it.
I tell you what, the next species that might come out, because, for some reason we done found like a whole bunch of weird ass mosquitoes and all that shit. I feel like the next thing that's going to come out is flying cockroaches with teeth.
Flying cockroaches with teeth?
Either with teeth or a stinger. They're going to come up with some shit.
I think it'll find something that will kill us a lot faster, unfortunately.
Exactly. Exactly. Bro, imagine if, they can, have poisonous cockroaches. Poisonous cockroaches, bro.
Okay. Here's a scary thought, and for any of our, doom-sensitive listeners on LTA, please wait until after. Skip, a minute. So, imagine how bad COVID was, right?
Okay.
It is. Imagine how fast it's already spread. Imagine how severe it is. Okay, got that picture. That's pretty similar to stuff that we've already fought. Alright, cool?
Mm-hmm.
Now, think of the ice caps in the North and South Poles. Think of how old they are. Think of how long they've just been holding things that could be resistant to that temperature and can just live hanging out in the ice. Tiny microbes. Things like COVID. Things worse. Things that we've never even seen before.
Mm-hmm.
They're melting.
Oh, shit.
And one of the things that helps keep that is the Gulf Stream, I believe. I believe that helps with caps. No? Yeah, so the Gulf Stream is essentially our air conditioner for the Atlantic. It swoops up through the middle. It keeps things to where we can live here in our general area of Florida.
Okay.
And it keeps the UK from freezing over. So, if that stops, what then? When those ice caps melt and weird things come out, what do we do then?
I'm gonna fucking die. Dude,
Can we trust
it's
science?
almost like, oh,
there's the question.
God.
Can we trust science?
Shit, I trust, what's the guy's name that does all the, the Discovery Channel, thing? What's his name? Is it, David Attenborough?
David Attenborough.
Attenborough.
David.
That man right there. His latest thing on Netflix, bro, it'll spook you. I'm telling you. It
What's
kind
it
of
called?
dang, you put me on the spot. I can't remember.
It's all good. Here,
But
here,
no,
here.
it's literally like his most recent thing on Netflix, bro. And I'm telling you, it'll scare you a little bit because it takes you down like the future of how, you know. First of all, we're fucking up the planet.
Yup.
You know, we as humans is fucking up the planet. And I keep telling people, you know what I'm saying, oh, I live in Wesley Chapel and Lando Lakes and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, you live in a beautiful neighborhood and you keep wondering why gators and deer and all up in your yard and shit. Okay? Stop just moving in people's habitats and whatnot. You can't just do that. Speaking of just moving into people's shit, I want to talk about, you know, some of the you know, we know what gentrification is. We know what it is, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay? I'm tired of people just moving into, you know, certain hoods and stuff like that and try to build a beautiful house. Oh my God, we have a beautiful house. Yeah, that shit cute. Now you finna get robbed. And now you keep wondering why shit like that keep happening and you got 4 or 5 rings around your house and none of that shit matters. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit matters. You did it to yourself. That's honestly how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
If you build a really nice house in a place that looks like people don't have as much, you better you better be ready. You better be ready. I'm not saying anything bad's gonna happen, but like it's better to be proactive than reactive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Make it
like
make sense.
if you are making that if you're making that choice, who knows? Maybe somebody else will join you in there, and then everybody's property value goes up, and then everybody's happy. I don't know, but if you make that choice, you know that showing what you have is a very bad thing in a lot of places, or a very unwise thing. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, man. Just be smart about how you move and where you move. Man, with that being said, I've been your host, CuZo Smif.
And this is Brother.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great night. Man, bro, I had one person on live, man, and I love that person for sticking out for me.
No shit. You dropped that COVID shit on me without telling me.
I did.
Fuck you.